Did I? Yes. Okay. Hey guys. So tonight we just already got to know each other a little bit and talked about some goals and things, but we are going to talk about the new coach training. So for those of you that are on the call, if you have any questions, you can post them in the chat and then I'll answer them at the end, or you guys maybe can answer them for each other. I encourage the chat and asking questions and commenting and things. I'm just kind of squirrel, so sometimes I don't take a look at it till the end, but at least write it down so you don't forget, because if you're like me, if I have a question and I don't write it down, I forget it. So, okay. So, and if it's really like something you want to know, don't like, it's not formal or anything. So just pause, ask or anything. And then we'll also do questions at the end. So let's talk why you decided to be a coach. And so we basically did that before I started the recording, is like your goals and, things that are important to you, being a good mom, being able to keep up with your kids, being healthy for your family, all of these things. I want you guys that are catching the recording to make sure that you're thinking about why you joined this business. You didn't join this business to lose 5 pounds. You didn't join this business, for this or that. I want you to get behind the deep why you decided to invest your hard-earned money on yourself. And that's the most important thing. So if you can't figure out why you're going to do this business, when you're tired and you don't feel like shining on to, send a couple invites, you're not going to want to show up for your business. Because as much as I love this business, I've been a coach 5.5 years. There are days where I just don't feel like being in my messenger. I just don't feel like starting new conversations. But you know what? I know that if I just show up a little bit every day, my life a year from now, 5 years from now is going to benefit so much, because I did it anyways when I didn't feel like it, and I made time when I didn't have time. And I'm a testament to that, because, I never like to, tell people to join this business for the money, because I will tell you, it's not a get rich quick thing. It's something that you have to consistently show up every day, but it will bless you abundantly if you do that and you show up a year from now. So I started this business when I had $7 in my bank account. I was barely making $30,000 with a master's degree. And in 3 years' time, about a little over a year and a half, I was able to quit my full-time job because I had matched that income. And in 3 years' time, I had turned it into a 6-figure business. So I don't tell you that to like toot my own horn. I tell you that because I had nowhere to go but up. And if this is something that you want to take to the top and you want to show up every day, I'm going to tell you the biggest thing is consistency. If it's something that you just want, you're not doing it for the income, you're just really doing it for you to be healthier, to do that, I will still tell you that consistency, even if it's you showing up as a post and stories every day and maybe taking a day off from inviting here and there because you're not doing it for, this intense income or anything like that, I will tell you still consistency is the best thing that you can do. As in, even if you don't feel like being a messenger, you're going to make a post and you're going to share a couple stories, because nobody is going to say, hey, April, can you tell me about that shake you posted about 6 weeks ago? I've really been interested in trying it. So that's the biggest thing, is that if even on days where, now that I've been working the business 5.5 years, and there are some days where I don't invite and I just am, focusing on working with my team or something like that. It's like kind of like you have to fill your oxygen mask first before you can help others. So I try to hit Success Club in the beginning of the month so that I can later just focus on my team. And if there does a day go by that I'm not inviting or doing something that way, I'm at least trying to work out, reach out to you guys and help you guys, because that fills my cup up, is, talking to and supporting new people and kind of teaching them what this business can do for you. So I've earned that because I've been in this business for so long, but I'm still always going to be showing up consistently. And if I do miss a day, I'm finding a time to make sure that I at least hit my weekly goal throughout that week. So, and like I said, there's so many different ways to earn. And as we grow with this business, we'll teach you more about how you can do that. But the first thing is you can make, so after you get your why taken care of, we're not going to really go over money too much in this call, but really quick. And I have a whole list of things to teach you about volume and income and how we make that work. But this Thursday on our team call, Pat Reelman is going to be talking about volume. He is a Million Club member, which means he's earned at least, he hit that last year, so he's earned well over $1 million. He makes about $10,000 a week doing Beachbody. Can you even imagine? Like, so I tell you this to let you know that if you want to do this business for the income, if you want to do it for the accountability, cool. But I try to talk to people on both spectrums, and you get to choose where you want to work this business. But definitely plug in on Thursday, because he's going to be talking to us all about volume, which is basically you teaching yourself how to build your team and then helping your team duplicate your success. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm super motivated by money. So that's why I try to just open that to the beginning, because I heard these stories in the beginning, and that was my like, yep, tell me what to do and I will do it moment. There's a coach, Janelle Summers. So you hit diamond, and we'll talk about that. And then every time you sponsor a diamond coach, you get another diamond. So 15 stars is considered superstar diamond. And you open multiple business centers as you join. And she hit 15 star, which is the highest rank you can have in the company, in like 3 different business centers or something. So the bonuses alone for 15 star is like $35,000 quarterly. And then for 10 star, it's like, I want to say like $15,000 quarterly. And then 5 star, which I am a 7-star diamond. So the 5-star diamond you get quarterly is, let me think. I want to say, I haven't gotten it a couple of months, but I want to say about 5,000 to 7,000 depending. And then the 2-star bonus is anywhere from 800 to 1,000 quarterly. So I typically am a 2-star and a 5-star diamond. So when you're a 5-star, you also get the 2-star. So I'm getting both of those those bonuses quarterly. So I don't want to talk too much to confuse you. I just need to tell you there is so much potential to earn in this business if that's your goal. So that was probably way too much information. I apologize. You don't need to know all that. But I just remember in the beginning learning this and being like, oh my gosh, how is that even possible? I don't know if I'm going to get there, but I'm going to try my best. So you saw this in the Beautifully Made group, 3 ways to be a coach, pick your path. So you guys have both said either path 2 or path 3. So the community builder uses and loves the products and willing to share experience publicly, loves the community and wants to help lead groups and build it, already has a job they love or has no need to make coaching a full-time job, wants to make a few $100s a month by helping others with their health goals, loves the idea of a side hustle that provides accountability and focuses on healthy living. So that sounds pretty good. That's like still you kind of getting the best of both worlds. And a lot of people that join this business either start and say, I'm a path 1, maybe a path 2, or I'm a path 2, hopefully a path 3. So, and then sometimes you do get people that are like path 3, but it's kind of hard to actually say yourself there when you first start and you don't know what the heck you're doing. So that's usually the most common response I get. And then the legacy builder uses and loves the products and wants to share their journey publicly, wants to not only lead a community and challenges, but also to build a team and duplicate biz success, wants to build a legacy, earn trips, and go all in with coaching. We get a free trip every year. This year they're going on a cruise. It's on the biggest cruise ship that ever like anybody can ever rent or use or anything. And they're going to, I can't remember. This is the first year in like 4 years that I'm not going. So I can't remember exactly where, but you guys can earn that for free if you hit Success Club 10 every month, which is basically selling 5 challenge packs. If you hit Success Club 10 every month, then that pays for your entire trip. The only thing you have to pay for is a deposit, which is like, I don't know, $200 or $300. So you get a trip for you and then you get a guest. So this has been our vacation for the last 4 years. We're not going this year, but it's basically $300 for an all-inclusive paid trip. And then when you're elite and things like that, which I was 2 years, then you get like an extra like $2,000 in cash to use on the boat and like, you know, or things like that. So they literally reward you very well if you are working this business. And we would never take trips, you know, before Beachbody. Before that, we were just so broke. So, wants to build a full-time income or beyond and be a full-time coach, sees the potential to build residual income and financial freedom. So where would you guys say you fall? 2 or 3? You can just hold up a number.
Oh, wait. Oh, wait.
oh, there's nothing wrong with being 2 or 3. You just tell me.
No, I was trying to, you asking where we are or where we want to be?
Where do you want to be? Where do you see yourself starting off?
3.
Okay, cool. Alicia? Your fingers at work. I can see your fingers.
Sorry. I had 2 to 3.
Okay, cool. And that's all I ask. And there's like, honestly, everything I do in this business, it's like blinders on. Like, just do what is good for you. I don't want to stress anybody out by pushing my goals on anybody. So that's why I say, you tell me what you want. So I know how hard to push you, how to help you, but I don't want to like push somebody that's like, oh, I'm on path 1 and then stress them out. So that's why I love this graphic. And I love for you guys to use this with your new coaches too. All right. Housekeeping task. Complete the welcome email from your direct upline. Erica, I sent you one. Alicia, did I ever send you one? I think I did. I'm a horrible coach if I didn't. Did I ever send you a welcome email? Still can't hear you.
Did you send?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. All right. So don't be a coach like April. I'm actually in the process of editing it. That's probably why, because I have a couple team pages and I'm trying to like make everything more simplified. So tomorrow, Priscilla and Alicia, you will get that email from me. All right. So basically what the welcome email is going to say, here's our team page. Here's our challenge group. Here's where to find your new coach training. Tell me your goals. Here's a tracker that's going to help you in your business. So that's what you'll get from me. But your new coach training is all in Beautifully Made Family. You click on New Coach University. Erica, you finished it, right? Yeah. Alicia, did you finish it too? Somebody else. Okay, cool. So I have a little gift to send to you both too, because once you finish the new coach training, I send you a little gift. So it can either be it can be some type of book if you like to read. It can be a personal development book, or I'll find you something fun on Amazon. So you let me know if you want me to find you a personal development book. And if you have one in your like already mind, I can mail you one. Okay.
Love books.
I know you're a bookworm. I used to like hate books and only did audio books, and now I'm starting to like actually laying in bed and reading books. So Priscilla's like, nope. That's why Audible and podcasts are so great. And if you have a Samsung and not an iPhone, you can download Podcast Addict, ADDICT, and then you can access all the Beachbody podcasts. So I like Team Beachbody Coach. You can access all of the past National Wake Up Calls there. I like Rise. That's Rachel Hollis. Your Virtual Upline, Bob Heelig. I love him. I bought his, he's got a Leadership Legacy Academy. So he's kind of like my mentor right now. I felt like I needed some guidance. And so he is so good at teaching you like how to build your income, like, and focus on network marketing, which I'm kind of just like from the beginning was like, oh, I love this. Oh yeah, you want to work out? Let me work out with you. Like I just had fun with it. And I didn't really focus on the actual business and how to grow your business for volume. And now I look back at like how I built my business the first 3 years. I'm like, that's crazy how much money I could have been making. I mean, I'm still making a good income, but I could be making so much more if I knew what I was doing. So that's why I really am trying to teach you guys more about volume and not just like, oh, whatever, I signed somebody, whatever, like I did for a long time. But so yeah, so finish the No Coach training and then go on to the Emerald Push training. It's a training I got from a top 10 coach in the entire network. and it's really, really good. So if you have finished your new coach training, your next assignment is the push to Emerald. And if you haven't made your new coach post, we need to make sure you do that. So reach out to me. I can help you edit the post. And Priscilla sent me hers. I need to get that back to you too.
It's okay.
Yeah, so she sent me hers, and I'm going to go through and like edit and send it back to her. And then I will do that the same thing for you guys. My big thing is like, I would rather spend time and help you with your new coach post, and you get like instant people that are interested, than you slap something on that's like maybe, you know, not going to get a ton of people interested. And so that's why I really want to take a little bit of time. So in the new coach training, there's a spot that teaches you how to, but I basically say the first paragraph should be like some type of scroll stopping question. You know, have you ever gone to your closet and felt like nothing in here could ever work because I feel so uncomfortable with it? I don't know, word it some type of way that's something that you're going through is going to resonate with somebody that's reading it. Because if I saw that first question, I'd be like, I've been there, go on. You know, so we want to try to capture their attention with something you're struggling with. And Erica, you know, I know that, and not to like throw your business out to these people, but Erica actually needs to gain weight, and she wants to focus on just being healthy, which is something that a lot of people maybe can't relate to. But what you need to do is just be very vulnerable about how you share it. And when you talk about how you struggle and the emotions that you feel, it doesn't matter if people need to lose weight or gain weight, we all have that similarity there. So I think it's very important to kind of try to focus on connecting people at a personal level. Even if they can't relate to our specific situation, people all have the same emotions. So that's why I really want to kind of focus on that new coach post.
I'm too scared to say that because everybody's going to say, I hate you, shut up.
Sorry, my computer's going to die, so I'm plugging it in. I mean, if you word it in a way that's like, this is so hard for me to post because I know so many people are going to roll their eyes or think, I wish I had that problem. If you start it with something like that and talk about your emotions, if somebody judges you for that with something you're self-conscious about, like, girl, bye. Like, there. That's how I feel about that. So that's why I will help you. And sorry, I'm trying to plug this in without pulling my computer off the shelf. And that's even, I saw this other girl, she's like a coach on another team, and she made a post about like, she had good results for like 4 days, and she had a lot of like, she had a cleanse or something. It wasn't Beachbody. I think she left to do a different business, but she looks great in her beginning photo. And she said something like, I was so embarrassed to share this because of my before photos, but here it is. And instead of people like being happy for her, they were like, that's so insulting that you're embarrassed about your before, when I would like kill to look like that. So, and I've done posts before where I've like said, like, you never want to make yourself like, oh, my before photo, I was so fat and ugly and da da da. People are going to like want to like save you. People are going to want to like jump in because they love you and be like, girl, you looked fine in the before, instead of focusing on your message. So I've been there before where people are like so judgmental because I used like some wrong words. And I'm like, even if you don't think that, that's how I felt. So I'm really big in like editing that so that people aren't going to be so focused on something else. They're going to get the big picture. So I'll help you with that. That was a really long tangent. I'm sorry.
Question really quick. So are you going to send us this email with this a training to watch besides from the ones from the page?
Nope. The email is just basically like, here's what to do next. It's kind of like going to be like a guideline of what to do. All the training, if you go to Beautifully Made Family and then you click units and then you click new coach training, there's a bunch of there should be like 15 there. So
God, only watch 2, 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And it'll automatically bring you back to the top when you click on it. So you just have to scroll through.
Okay. I got you.
Yep. They're all there. Okay, so download the app BB Links for iPhone or Coach Codes for Android. Schedule in our team calls Thursday at 8 Eastern Time. All of them are always up on my YouTube after. So you can always go to my YouTube channel, and it's called Beautifully Made Team Calls, and listen to past ones just like you can a national wake up call. So if you're like sitting there and you're like, I should do a training, but I don't know what, there's so much good stuff in there, seriously, since like the beginning of time that I've been a coach. You can also go on YouTube and see other top coaches. I go and watch trainings from Melanie Mitro, Bonnie Engel, I like Brittany Leggett, you know, all these top coaches, Jamie and Kim Fitzpatrick. I just stalk them on YouTube too when I'm bored, because they're super successful. So they're obviously doing something right. And if you need some names of like coaches to follow, I say follow them loosely for ideas here and there. You know, and YouTube is great, but you don't want to be so like drawn into like, oh, what's this coach posting, or what are their stories saying, that you're spending too much time doing that and not enough time on your business. So it's good to use, you know, as like, you know, hey, they're doing this is a good idea. But it's so easy to get sucked into spending 15 minutes watching people's stories when you're like, what the heck? I was supposed to be sending invites or something. So that's another thing to think about too. So this Thursday at 8, Pat Reelman will be talking about volume. And then we've got some upcoming events and retreats. Super Saturday is January 12th. I don't know.
What you have to do as of monthly, like you said, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
No, I'll think about it again because I lost it.
Yeah, just let me know. And if you think about it, you can always post it in the chat too.
Okay.
So Super Saturday, January 12th, and you can go to teambeachbody.com, log in, and then once you're in your Coach Online office, you can click events and it'll see Super Saturday. Then they brings up a little map and you can put in your area. So once you move, Erica, you and Alicia can go together. And Priscilla, we can do that too. I usually go to Pittsburgh and do theirs because I'm from Pittsburgh. And so I kind of go home and see them because they have a big one, and then like meet with my coach family up there. But this year I'm not going there. So we can maybe find one. Raleigh usually has one, which is like an hour and 20 minutes from, oh, that's like, you're due in January, right? No, you're due in March. Okay.
Girl, you trying to come make
There's too many pregnant people right now. I was like, oh, maybe I'm not going to travel an hour and a half with you super pregnant in January.
In the car pushing the baby out.
So yeah, I'll message you. We can do that together. But those are super fun. That basically is a corporate training. They've got super successful coaches, and they put together a video, and then they talk about launches. They're going to announce a new launch there, and then they usually do a live workout and a training there as well. So super awesome. Sometimes they're free. Sometimes they're anywhere from $5 to $20 depending on what it is, but they're pretty cool. So I signed up as a coach, and then I went to one like 2 days later, and I didn't even know what coaches did, and I had a ton of fun. So I promise you don't need to be like any type of success, like you don't have to have your new coach training finished or anything like that. You can literally just go. Success Club trip this year is March 23rd to the 29th in the Bahamas. That one is not something that you're able to earn, but they will be announcing the one for 2000. Wait. That sounds so crazy to say, 2020. And that is something that you will be eligible to earn. So that's why Success Club 10 is going to be a good thing for 2019 for you to focus on, because you're going to get that trip paid for. And how many of you could use a basically free vacation? Yes. And these are some things that we would not normally do for ourselves otherwise. So I will tell you too, it's really great for the spouse to get there too, because my husband was always been a cheerleader, but kind of like, you go, honey, but like didn't really understand or didn't really really know what was capable. And after our first Success Club trip, I remember sitting in the airport in Cancun, and he said something along the lines of like, when you retire me, because I had been telling him that forever. He worked as a restaurant manager, and I was just, my big goal was to get him out of the restaurant. And he said, when you retire me. And I was like, wait, what? And it was kind of like after that trip, he just got it because he saw how successful other people were. So I can't tell you enough how cool it is for you to get your spouses to either Super Saturday, a Success Club trip, something like that, so they can kind of understand what you're doing. Diamond Retreat is in September of 2019. I'm hosting it in Utah. You have to be Diamond by March 31st to be eligible for that. So we will go over what Diamond means later in this call, but it's Provo, Utah, and it is beautiful. It's gorgeous out there, and there's a corporate office out there as well. And I've never been there, and I've really never really been too far anywhere west. I've been plenty of east and north and south, but I haven't really done too much traveling. So I'm excited to kind of not check that off. But we'll do some hiking, we'll do some goals setting, we'll do some business planning, we'll do some fun stuff. It's always a good time. And this is something that you just pay the airfare, and I pay for everything once we're there. Summit July 11th to 14th is in Indianapolis. This is where Rachel Hollis is going to be. This is where our entire company gets together. It's like 25,000 Beachbody coaches. It's insane. And there's a ton of training. There's parties. There's events. And then we have a keynote speaker, which is Rachel Hollis. And then it's just a ton of fun. And you get all of these happy, positive people all in one area. And the energy is just outstanding. So Success Starters is what it's called. When you earn your free summit ticket, is hitting your Success Club 5 at least in the first 3 months as a coach. Then, for you guys would be December, January, February. Then you get that free ticket. So the National Wake Up Call is every Monday at 11. If you guys didn't listen to it yesterday, Sean T was on. You can catch the recording in the Team Beachbody Coach podcast or in the Beachbody Champions page where they go live. Everything, anytime somebody does a live video, it stays there. So even if you can't catch it live, the recording stays there in a post. Our team calls are Thursday at 8 o'clock. And then we are having a Saturday coffee chat. So if somebody wants to hop on, we're basically going to be sending invites together. We can ask questions and talk about goals briefly, but just sending a couple invites so that we can go on with the rest of our Saturday and our work be done kind of thing. So that's something I'm starting this weekend. Too early on Saturday. Oh my gosh, Erica. I have a call at 8 o'clock on Saturday too. Oh, what time do you normally get up? Do your kids sleep that good? Good for you, bro.
Noon. My life.
You're a night owl, I bet. Or do you just love sleep?
Gosh, no. I get like 3 hours. I'm up to like 4 or 5, then I take a nap. Sometimes I'm up.
Oh my gosh. We have to get your sleep schedule under control. Is Jake up that late with you too?
Sometimes, now that he doesn't work, yeah, but he has to get up and get the kids on the bus. So when he does it, he's insane.
Yeah, we need to get you guys into a better sleep schedule.
We're just very tired.
I bet. Oh, you're funny. Okay, so we have 4 vital behaviors as coaches. Be proof the product works. So drink your Shakeology, do your workout every day, and you're going to see results, and you're going to be able to talk to people. And when people see that you're succeeding, they're going to want to know what you're doing. Connect, invite, follow up. So every day I try to make new conversations with people. It's not like, hey, it's so nice to meet you. Would you want to join my boot camp? No, it's literally just starting conversations and not talking about Beachbody. And then I'm going to continue to engage with them. And if it feels right, 2 weeks down the road, I'm going to invite them. But I'm really just focusing on, if you do a cold invite to me, I'm just out. I don't want you to randomly message me and say, hey girl, have you tried this crazy wrap thing? I'm going to be like, bye. I don't even know if I would respond to people. So I feel bad because I get annoyed when people don't respond to me, but I do not respond to people when they send me these cold messages. So I don't want to do that to other people. Mm-hmm. So I really focus on building relationships. And then when it feels right, I'm going to just invite you to something. And I always give them an out as well. So I shared that message with you guys today. It's not like, hey, blah, blah, blah. I always give them an out. So even if not right now, I've planted that seed for later. So you're going to invite, hey girl, I don't know if, it's somebody that's watched your stories or something, send them a message. Hey girl, thanks so much for the love on my stories lately. It means a lot to me that actually somebody might care about what I'm doing. And I don't know if it's for you or not, or if you've seen the workouts that I've been posting, but what are you currently doing for your health and fitness? Just starting that conversation and then going for the invite. And I like to end everything thing I send with a question so that they're more likely to answer and respond, and it shows that I'm a good listener. So focus on that and writing everybody down that you invite. So I just have a super simple notebook. I don't do anything fancy. I write them in my notebook. I have a November invite section, and then I have a November follow-up section. And anybody that I invited from September that didn't pull the trigger or didn't tell me no, they get put on that note. I then follow up with them and write them their name in the November follow-up. Or I skipped a month, October. Wait, it's December. I don't even know what month it is. I hope you know what I'm talking about. I think I said November, September. Ignore me. I'm sorry. My brain doesn't work very well after 8 o'clock, I will tell you. So, yeah. So, but whatever system works for you, it doesn't have to be fancy. Google Streak is totally free too. It's within your Gmail, and you can create little pipelines. If you do have like a structured brain where you like to have everything, it's totally free, and it's really pretty cool. And you can go to Google and just type in Brooke Lipoff Streak, Lipoff. She's a successful coach, and she teaches you how to use Streak for your Beachbody business because she's a Beachbody coach. So instead of just finding a random one, I like her trainings because she teaches you how she uses it specifically for her business. And then personal development. So I love Rachel Hollis' Girl Wash Your Face, like I've told you guys, but I also think if you are like really pushing to move yourself forward in this business, you should also have some type of business building personal development, whether it is watching something in Beachbody Champions page, whether you are listening to a National Wake Up Call, or you're listening to your Virtual Upline podcast or something like that, or there's other books and things that I can suggest to you, The Compound Effect, Go for No. There's so many things. So if you need suggestions, let me know. But I also suggest that you do a little bit of that each day because you need to fill your cup up, but also it's good to push yourself and motivate you. And as much as it is to feel better about your confidence, I feel like I need that like oomph and push to work my business. So that's why I like that too. And then get people results. And once you guys start getting other people results, guys, you are just going to be like addicted. It's the best feeling ever. So I'm going to go over rank now. And if you guys have any questions, let me know. So you guys all right now are a coach rank right here. Oh, sorry. Coach and then active coach. So you're an active coach. So active means you have 50 PV, which stands for personal volume point. When you buy a challenge pack, that's well over 50 PV, depending on which one you buy. And then when you purchase Shakeology every month, that gives you 90 PV. So you're good with 90 PV. If any of your coaches or anybody, they need at least 50 personal volume points to be considered active. If you don't have that, you're considered inactive. And it's basically like that coach doesn't really count towards your rank, because if they're not active, I don't really consider them a coach on my leg, because they're not going to show up, because so it's important to know and be able to understand what of your coaches are active, who has stopped drinking Shakeology. If they are, not active, talk to them. What flavors did you try? What flavor did you like best? What recipes did you try? Have you ever tried the performance line? Talking to them about beach bars, other things to see if we can get them back on. Erica said, so with my veteran monthly fee getting waived, there was a PV requirement. I keep it with just ordering Shakeology. Does my order not count towards that? Yes, you're good with Shakeology. It's for veterans, and this is you too, Priscilla, the military wifey. So I need to send you this form. You're going to have to send in his DD 214. Is that what it's called? Sorry, I'm the worst with military lingo. You're going to have to send in, no, wait. DD is for veteran. You're right. So she'll just have to send in something for his active status.
Okay.
Right. Yeah, I think
it'd probably be orders or copy ID or whatever. It's on that thing you sent me though.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll send you that form. But yeah, yours for the military is 90 PV every 3 months, or else they'll cancel your account. So if you're getting Shakeology every month, you're good. It basically means at the very minimum for military, you have to since you're not paying that business fee, you have to order Shake-O or Performance Line Bundle once every 3 months. That's what it comes down to. But Success Club, if you sell a challenge pack, you get 2 Success Club points. So selling 3 of them you give 6 Success Club points, but there's Success Club 5 and there's Success Club 10. So 3 challenge packs gives you 6 sorry, I always want to say Success Club points, and then you've hit Success Club 5. There's Success Club 5 and there's Success Club 10. Success Club 5, when you hit that and you are an active Emerald coach, which means you have 2 coaches underneath you, and you have 90 PV on home direct, so you're drinking your Shaco every month, then you are qualified for free leads within the company. So Beachbody gives you leads, people that call in after an infomercial, and they spend a lot of money on infomercials, so they get a lot of leads, or somebody that just goes online and orders but doesn't have a coach, they give you leads. So that's why it's important to hit Success Club. Success Club 5 gives you free leads, which are people that if they order in the future, you get commission. Success Club 10 gets you both free leads and paid leads. So their first order gives you commission. So that's cool things too, incentive in hitting Success Club. So active Emerald, 1 coach on each leg. 1 could be your spouse, 1 could be a friend, coworker, whatever. And active Ruby is 1 or 2 coaches on each leg, and 1 on each leg is an Emerald coach, which means 2 of your coaches have 2 coaches. And they do have to be on opposite legs. So you can't just have like an Emerald here and an Emerald here. It has to be 1 on your left, 1 on your right. So this is usually, people usually aren't Ruby. They usually skip over and go straight from Emerald to Diamond, because you're usually waiting on these Emeralds, not necessarily the number of coaches. So if you never hear Ruby, it's not a common rank. And then there's Diamond. So it means you have 2 Emeralds on each leg. 1 could just be your spouse that you're helping to get to Emerald, and then 4 coaches total on both legs. So 4 coaches total, and 1 of those 4 on each leg have 2 coaches under them. This means Diamond. And once you're building a team, you're going to start seeing more each month where we get paid based off what our team does. So the more that you build your team and you're creating a growing team, the more money you're going to get paid each week for something that you're not personally doing. Like, you're not selling anything, you're not doing anything, your team is just helping you make a paycheck every month. And like mine every week is over $1,000. So, and I don't say that to brag. I say that is what my team is doing underneath me, not myself. And that's basically just money the company gives me every month. So that's why it's so cool to focus on volume. So Success Club 5 should be your goal for the first month. That's just 3 people. We all know 3 people, whether they be coworkers, whether they be friends, whether they be family, whether they be people you used to go to school or college with. We all have 3 people in our life that are looking to lose weight. And then Emerald in 30 days. So 30 days from now should be your goal to hit your Emerald, which means just 2 coaches. And like we said, 1 of them can be your spouse. Learn preferred placement, which is how to know which leg you're putting people on, because you don't want 2 coaches on your right and 0 on your left. Then you're not an Emerald coach. And that's just stuff you'll learn in some of like the trainings to come. Learn strong and weak leg. So when you log into your Coach Online office and you click volume, you'll see where your strong and your weak leg is, or you can go to your sponsorship drill down. And if you see coaches underneath you that you don't know who they are and you didn't sponsor, that leg is your strong leg. So if you log in and you're like, April, who is Susie Q? And I'm like, oh girl, that's one of my coaches I sponsored. You're like, sweet, this person is adding to my volume and I'm not doing anything for it. So that makes your strong leg, because it means that somebody I sponsored up here has gone underneath you. So that's another cool thing, is that you'll see volume that way. Let's see. Diamond in 90 days is a good goal, and 2 working coaches a month. This is like basically you just focusing on getting Emerald every month. And I think that's a really great goal. And it's simple too, because if you're constantly talking to people and getting challengers, your challengers may not sign up as a coach, but when you see them posting and showing up every day in your challenge group, that's when a light bulb needs to go off and say, this person is going to be an amazing coach and I need to invite them. So curiosity marketing is what I do on social media. I don't say, hey, join me for Transform 20 or do this, or who wants to, I love my Shakeology. I'm calling it a superfood smoothie. I don't say, I love my Energize. You guys know, you've seen, I call it my unicorn juice. I don't say, oh, I love my Recover. I say post-workout fuel. So you can call it whatever you want. Some people call Energize like their mom crack. Sometimes people call it their go-go juice. You can call it whatever you want. I think unicorns are the best thing ever. So I'm going to continue to call it unicorn juice, and you're welcome to as well. But it's just so important for you to focus on talking to people, but not giving them everything. Because if you say, this superfood, this Shakeology has 73 vitamins and minerals and blah, 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 nobody has any questions for you. But if you say, my unicorn juice got me through the workout, or I didn't even work out today, but my unicorn juice helped me clean my house, people are going to be like, I need unicorn juice. How do I get this? So it's just really important to use your stories, because that's not something, I mean, here and there you can make a post, but that's not something you want to flood your Facebook with constantly. So that's where stories comes in. I really focus on selling things without selling them in my stories with this curiosity marketing. Another fun thing, if you guys don't have the pre-workout, the Energize or the Recover, think about switching to that next month, and maybe instead of your Shakeology, or maybe you do decide to sign on your spouse, and you can have your spouse have Shakeology packets, which you then can sell. So maybe you could say, hey, who wants to try 5 days of Shakeology for $30, including shipping? And you can give them 5 days. They can try it. You're going to make your investment back. And then you can switch your account to the performance line, and you can try the Energize and the Recover, so that it's more things that you can be talking about to get people interested in. We are not just Shakeology. I want you to think outside the box, switch it to 1 month to beach bars. Like, try different things so that you can talk to more people. Because the more that you talk about it, the more that people are going to be like, okay, tell me about this. For example, Energize is amazing for runners. If you know anybody that's a runner, I used to be a huge runner, marathons, cross country, and Energize was like, it was a game changer. So I would just talk about that. And even if I was just selling a tub of Energize, it's not just about Success Club points. They are ordering Energize every month. That's residual income I'm getting every single month when they order. So it's just important to, if somebody says no to the challenge pack because it's so expensive, can they do just To Be Mindset by itself? Can they do just Beachbody On Demand by itself for a year for $99? No? Can you do Beachbody On Demand for quarterly? You get 3 months for $40. Can you do that? Like, most people, there is something for everyone. So don't take a no as in, oh, they don't have the money. What can they do? Because I don't want you to just focus so much on challenge packs that you're not getting somebody at least started. Because if they get Beachbody On Demand, they talk about Shakeology nonstop. They talk about the performance line. They talk about things. So they're planting that seed for you. I would rather somebody do something for $40 than nothing because they don't have the money. So you are your brand. People will fall in love with you and then the products. That's why I love stories. I love trying to be myself, be vulnerable. I would rather somebody think I'm a hot mess than somebody think, oh, this girl is so perfect. She has her crap together. I can't relate to her. So for me personally, the more raw and vulnerable I am, the more people connect with me. And that's important to me over pretending to be perfect. And I tried to be perfect in the beginning, and people just made fun of me because they thought I ate salad and broccoli all day and ran 10 miles a day. Like, nobody wants to be friends with that person that doesn't eat pizza and drink wine and exercises their life away. So I just encourage you to be yourself. If you had a bad day and you pigged out, talk about it and remind them why it's okay to have those days and what to do to get back on track and turn it into a motivating message. Instead of pretending to be perfect because you're a Beachbody coach, I would rather show somebody that anybody can be a coach, because that's going to attract more people to join you. No price or Beachbody posting. You don't want to post your link or anything like that. I personally never, ever, ever, ever send somebody my Beachbody link to just check out the website. I am talking to you, asking you about your goals. I will send you the Google document I have that basically breaks down, here's what your packages are, here's what it comes with, before I will ever send you the site, because the site is really confusing and they're probably going to buy something random and it not be something that's going to be best for their budget or get the best deal. So don't post your link, talk to people, ask them questions, figure out what they want, and then I will send the ShareACart after I've talked about money and they are good to go. I'm not sending people to look. I am really, that's what you get as me as a coach, is I will figure out what's good for you. I'm not going to give you all the options and have your like squirrel brain just shut down and be like, nope, can't decide. Because there's $7,000 worth of workouts alone on our website. How would they ever decide other than Beachbody On Demand what they needed? Okay, focus on social media training. Ask your coach. I have an awesome training by Jen Richardson about using Instagram for your business. But all you got to do is just log in to request to join Beachbody Champions if you haven't already. Watch it's a recent video, I think last week, Jen Richardson did on using Instagram to grow your business. That was so good. There's another one that talks about power pockets. That's really good. Basically, all of those trainings in there, guys, are so good. So yeah, and just ask me any questions you have about social media. The best thing you can do, guys, I feel like Instagram is seriously where it's at. It's just so easy to find and talk to new people. It's easier there than Facebook. Facebook is great for your warm market, so I want you to continue to post both places. But for people that you don't know yet and are more, they're going to accept an invite more is on Instagram. So that's definitely my place. You can find people through hashtags. Listen to Jen's training. It was so good. That's where I met Alicia. I met Alicia through Instagram. So focus on yourself and everything else will fall into place. And that's the best thing I can tell you, is be the best challenger that you can be. Focus on your results. Focus on, being the healthiest. And when you have a non-scale victory, that's something you noticed about after this healthy lifestyle, like talk about it. Or, maybe you are, and Erica, use this and talk about like how you're working on quitting smoking, because so many people can relate to that. And so many people will want to quit smoking for their New Year's resolution or, something like that. So the more that you can be open and honest about it, girl, like what if you did like a free group that was like, I'm quitting smoking?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that would
like I was thinking about making it like in honor of my pap, and maybe get some of my heathen family members to join me and quit smoking, because my pap just passed away from COPD. So that's really like the big push now, is like, I've got to quit. I told Pap I would.
Oh, and so, maybe you can make like a heartfelt post about that, and be like, I committed to him, and it's the least that I can do to remember him. If you have any inkling that you want to quit or are thinking about it, I hope that you think about, that it took my pap too soon, and that you don't wait until it's too late to put yourself first. Like give them the like that they need, and then be like, if you want to start working on, quitting smoking, and we can just have an accountability, group together, join the group here and just post the link. Like how many people that wanted to quit smoking would be like, oh my gosh, I need to do this. If somebody else can do it with me, then sure. Like that's a no-brainer. So I think that's a really great idea.
And everybody will comment on it, because all the non-smokers will be like, yeah, quit. Yeah. So I'm sure a lot of people actually see that post too.
Yeah, that's a good idea. So if you need any help with that, let me know. Maybe.
Oh yeah, I'll send it to you before I post it.
Yeah, I mean, simple stuff like that, guys. Like, use this business as something that's going to help you too. Because I mean, if you're running a group, that's going to keep you accountable, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And I need that because I'll procrastinate.
Yeah, but you need it too.
10
so
more years.
It's going to help you, and it's going to help other people, and it's going to build rapport with those. So those people that, okay, now I quit smoking. Now I need to do something else. I need to do something to get healthy. I need to get something to get my lungs in shape. Like they're going to want to join you there. So that's a good idea. Priscilla, something you could do is, fit pregnancy. So you could do a free group there that you're asking other pregnant mamas to join you. Alicia, anything that comes to your mind that you could do like a free group?
Not at the moment, but I'm thinking.
Okay. And this could just be something like that's a community group that you just post motivation. It doesn't have to be something like you do a ton of work for or anything, but just something like that could be helpful for you. And Alicia, you can also just do like a general group and maybe even pair up with another coach and do like just a general accountability group or something like that. So if you don't think of anything in particular, that's fine too. Another thing I would do, and I'm trying to wrap it out I can't talk today, wrap it up because I wanted to be done at 8:30, is just kind of like focusing on, don't put too much on your plate at once. Like these free groups I told you, yes, great, but don't feel like you have to do anything. Don't stress yourself out, because the last thing I want you to do is go gun-ho and then get burnt out and be like, nope, I'm out. So it's really important to protect your personal family time. So I shared with you guys the time blocking schedule today, and I would highly suggest that you fill that out and you include your sleep, you include when you're working, when you're washing your face, when you're brushing your, like whatever, like put it all in there, and then focus on time blocking, set alarms on your phone. And then when 2 o'clock hits, okay, that's the end of this block. I didn't get it done, but that's okay. On to the next thing. And schedule in family time, schedule in fun time. You know, maybe you have a block where it's like creative time if you need to do some fun projects but don't usually have time to do, or laundry, or, you know, things like that. So I encourage you to do that, and and just make sure that you're not doing this business and then your significant other or your family hates you because you're constantly like, that's not what I want. I want you to do it in the pockets of time that you have, so that your family doesn't resent it, because that's the worst thing that can happen. I want them to be your biggest fan and support and encourage you. So maybe tell them what a challenge pack is when you sell one and how excited you are. And maybe tell them what Emerald means and that you are pushing for it. Like things like that. The more that they understand, the more that they can be excited for you, and not just like, why are you on your stupid phone again? So that's the other thing. Treat it like a business. Share this excitement with your significant other and your family. I have a coach that her kids are her biggest supporter. Like, that she sent me this message. Her hair was like sweaty in a bun or something, and it was on her neck, and she goes, and it looked like an SC. And she sent me the picture, and she goes, oh my gosh, Mom, your hair says SC. You're gonna hit it this month. Like something so cute like that. Like the more that you can just talk to your family, and not just like have it be a you thing, but a we thing. And like, okay guys, if Mommy is able to do, you know, help this many people love their bodies this month, we can do a trip to the zoo, or, you know, something like that, like encouraging them. Because also the more that you help people, the more income you're going to get. And if it goes towards something that's for your family, maybe you're saving for a family vacation. If you hit Success Club 10 all year, then you get to take your family. So little things like that. The more that you can get them involved and excited, the more that they're going to be supportive instead of rolling their eyes when you're on your phone again. So that's all I had. Do you guys have any questions? Because this was the first time I did this call, and I definitely rambled way too much. I'm sorry.
So if they are military but they are not like active, like they retired, do they still get that benefit or not?
Yep, that's Erica. Erica's a vet, and
Okay.
she. Yep. Yeah.
What if it's like, oh, my mom did it, and no, they have to be like the people who actually did it, or like their daughters can do it, their sons can do it too?
Here's what it is. It's a veteran, active military, or active military spouse. Those are the 3 that get the business fee waived. So if not, it's still like, on the other hand, how I word it for non-military is it's $15 a month, but it covers all of your websites, your shipping, your invoices, your customer service. You don't have to have a quota. You don't have to have an inventory. They take care of all of your invoices, everything. Basically all the crappy part of owning a business that you don't have to do for $15 a month. Like, so when you word it that way, you're like, okay.
Can I deal with my photography stuff too then for $15 a month?
Right.
No, I have a real question though. So Jake's will be $15 a month then when I sign him up.
Yeah, you just get, and even if you were military, so like for example, for Priscilla, she's getting it free because she's an active military.
Because they're active, right.
But
okay.
you only get 1 per household. So if she would sign
right.
her up, he still would pay that $15 a month because they only do 1.
Good to know. So the people that like mysteriously showed up on one side, that's the strong leg.
Yep.
But I have to actually sign someone up myself before I want to sign Jake up, right?
Yeah, there's no point in signing him before you have somebody else, because you have to be Emerald to unlock the compensation plan and start getting cycle bonuses. You have to be Emerald to start getting leads and things like that. And I don't want you to sign him up way before, because then
Right.
his monthly fee and things like that.
So is that a person that's wanting to be like a coach, or is it just anybody that signs up?
It has to be a coach to count towards your legs.
Okay.
We'll give you volume and commission. Coaches go towards who's on your legs.
Okay.
So, and what I would do is, if you know anybody, because you are military and you may know people that are looking to lose weight, even if they're wanting to do it as a client, I'm going to get them signed up as a coach.
Right. Yeah.
It's a no-brainer. And it's normally $40 to sign on, and that's waived when you buy a challenge pack, or if you're veteran, active military spouse. But that's only if you're like just paying the $40 to sign up. You would get that refunded versus a regular person that paid $40. They wouldn't have to. But I don't really get people to pay $40. I just get them to buy a challenge pack because it's the best bang for your buck anyways. So just wanted to explain that.
Cool.
Priscilla, you look confused. What?
So I was trying to get like what you were saying. So, okay, so if somebody doesn't want to be a coach and they just want to sign up and get a challenge pack, like you said, they just sign up and get the shakes or get the other, like the pre-workout and whatever.
And a program, whatever they choose.
And okay, like,
so it could either be like, maybe they're just doing 2B Mindset and Shakeology. Maybe they're doing Beachbody On Demand and Shakeology. Maybe they're doing Beachbody On Demand, 2B Mindset, and Shakeology, or Performance Line, whichever. There's a bunch of different options, and that's where ShareACart is awesome. You just put in their email, their name, and then exactly what they want, and then you send it to them, which is how I got all you guys to sign up, because it is so easy to get lost on that website. If I just send it to you, then you're like so that's why I love ShareACart. You can, and that's why I asked you guys what flavor Shakeology you want. Everything, you can do everything, so that all they have to do is putting their billing and shipping information.
So okay, so one question. So you're saying it's better for them to get the package and the shake together, not one at a time?
Yeah, it's bundled, so they save a ton of money. Like
Is it the same price or different prices?
They're different prices, and right now they're all $20 on sale too. So like if you look at the 2B Mindset itself is $120. Beachbody On Demand is $99. That's $220. And then Shakeology is $130. That's $250. But you can get it all right now this month for $200. So it's bundled together, $200 versus $350. So you're saving a ton that way. Any other questions? Okay, can anybody do coffee chat Saturday?
Yeah,
Not a big deal. I know, Alicia, it's hard with kids. I'm like thinking to myself, this might not go well, but I'm going to try it. I might just try to give her some TV time, but sometimes even that doesn't.
Do you have like all this information in like somewhere?
I mean, everything is going to be in your new coach training, and then in the back office, there's a ton of information, and you can look at that too. But just use that October, November coach pod and just ask any questions there. And if it's not me that can get to it, somebody will be able to answer it. And I would get a notebook and just start taking notes and things so that you can go back through. There you go.
Right.
Yep.
I can't remember it.
There's so much. And guys, honestly, if you aren't overwhelmed as a new coach, you're like an alien. So it's normal. It's okay. You don't have to learn it all at once. We'll get there. Alicia, when you were coaching, did you have any coaches underneath you?
I did. I think I had like 2, I think.
Okay, that's awesome. So yeah, go ahead.
My upline wasn't very supportive, so that was another reason why I kind of dropped off as well, because I wasn't getting a whole lot of support. But yeah, that's why I like everything that you're doing. Like you're responding and you're being present, and I didn't have a whole lot of that at the beginning. So it kind of just, I kind of was just like, okay, well, I did my programs, and
yeah, it would be really easy to just not keep going if somebody wasn't touching in with you. Totally agree.
Exactly.
Yeah, my coach now is like non-existent. I don't know what she's doing. She's like talking about psychedelics on Facebook. It's very weird, but you don't need a coach to be successful, but it's my goal to be there for my coaches that need me.
Well, like, especially in the beginning, that was what the deal was.
Exactly.
Like, there wasn't a whole lot of presence even from the beginning. It's like, they were like, here.
That's when you need somebody the most, when you're trying to figure out what the heck you're doing.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like, right now, it's helping me because you're present and you're wanting to help. And in the beginning, with my previous, it wasn't there. So I was just like,
oh,
so
well, that's
lost.
so good. Glad. Because I usually feel like I'm failing. So that's good.
So I think you're doing amazing. So.
Well, thank you. Yeah. And that's what I love so much about those coach pods, is that it helps me so much in just kind of trying to answer all of your questions there so that you guys can try to see what other questions have been asked too. So I'm going to let you guys go. I did not mean to turn this into an hour and a half of your time. I apologize. So I appreciate you so much being on. Again, join us on Thursday at 8:00. That will be the National Wake Up Call. That will be our team call with Pat. And if you haven't listen to the National Wake Up Call with Shaun T on the Beachbody Champions, make sure you listen to that. And dig into your new coach training, Priscilla, and then Erica and Alicia is Push to Emerald. Start that training. So, okay, I will post the recording too, and I will continue to do this every month. I did see that next month, January 1st is the first Tuesday, so I'll probably push it to a Wednesday next month. But anybody that you recruit this month will go into that too. And then as you recruit coaches, I would do if they want to work the business, I'll do a 3-way call with you, me, and that new coach to help them out too. So I would rather you talk to people about coaching than worried about, I can't find a coach, I don't know what I'm doing. Let me help you. You just talk to people. Anybody that signs up for Transform 20 as a coach right now also gets access to the coach test group that starts in January with Shaun T, and he's going to be going live in it. So you as coaches, if you buy the Transform 20 package before like January 7th or something, you'll get into that group with him going live. And coaches can buy challenge packs. So if it is something you want maybe for your January Shakeology, you can cancel your Shakeology and then buy it in a bundle, like completion pack, because you don't need Beachbody On Demand. But you can do other things and they're cheaper that way. So just keep that in mind for next month, because it's not a big deal that you don't order this month. I know you guys just purchased your package, so I'm not going to ask you to make a big purchase again. But getting into that coach test group is going to be huge. And then you can also kind of make posts like, oh my gosh, I just got into a coach test group next month with Shaun T. Or if you're planning on doing it, you can post now and be like, I'm so excited. I was just accepted into a coach test group with Shaun T himself doing this new 20-minute program. If you have goals and you can find 20 minutes a day, let me know. So things like that curiosity marketing and that's what the hype. Some people, Shaun T is our biggest celebrity trainer. Like most people know Shaun T. So use that to your advantage and start talking in your stories and things like that. I don't like to I can't talk. I don't like to I want it to be you in your business. Use you and not on T space, but encourage and continue to talk to people that way.
Question.
Don't post a picture of Shakeology. Don't post a picture of this. Use something about you to sell it, because nobody's going to pay attention to that. Go ahead, Priscilla.
What comes like when you become a coach? Because I'm still like, I'm waiting for my package to come, but I don't know what came with it. And did the Beachbody On Demand was in that price, or it was a different price?
You got Beachbody On Demand. So if you go to teambeachbody.com and you click on Beachbody On Demand and log in, you have access to everything already.
Okay, so I just wanted to make sure I had that. And then
you also got Shakeology, and you got the portion fix containers and the meal plan. With you being pregnant, I wasn't thinking To Be Mindset was, they do have a pregnancy plan as well, but weight loss isn't necessarily your goal right now. So that I just kind of wanted you to get in the most basic package and understand that. But so you will get a meal plan. You'll get the portion fix meal plan that if you want to do pregnant, there's a way to edit that. Like basically you would just add a couple containers and I can talk to you about that. So you are getting a meal plan, you are getting the Beachbody On Demand for a year, and you are getting 30 days worth of Beachbody On Demand. Anybody that wants to lose weight, I'm telling them To Be Mindset. To Be Mindset is amazing. It's seriously changed my life. So excuse me, obviously, Erica, I didn't talk to you about that either because that was not your goal. So,
But I like my containers because those are mine and not the kids. Don't take them in your lunch and leave them at school or wherever that stuff goes. Don't do it.
And even if you wanted to do containers and go like up a notch or something, you could do that. Also, if you go to the Body Beast tab on Beachbody On Demand, he has like a bulking plan. He has like a bulking plan.
When did you say the 20-minute workout thing starts? Sorry, I wanted to write that down. The coach test group deal.
It starts, I have it in my notes. I want to say it like opens either the 7th or the 11th I have in my head.
In January.
Yeah.
And that's when the workout actually starts, right?
The workout is launched the week of the 11th, so that we're all starting on the 14th.
Okay.
32? I had to think.
And that's the new one, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So if you purchase, what you're buying in December is you're buying the early access. It's not going on Beachbody On Demand until April 1st.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just have Beachbody On Demand and you do nothing, you will not have it. If you purchase it, then there's a ton of different bundles. So you would be basically purchasing some type of completion pack because you already have Beachbody On Demand. I have a ton of clients that already have Beachbody On Demand, but they could buy the completion pack, which still bundles either the Performance Plan or Shakeology with it. Then you can do it with and without the step. They're most likely going to run out of step inventory by next month, but there's like a similar one on Amazon for not very much. So I'm not worrying about that too much because I know that inventory will sell out, but there's other options for people. And there's a modifier that doesn't even use a step. So the step, I mean, if there's one package with and there's one package without the step and it's like a $55 difference, you can get a step cheaper for $55. So if it's like somebody where they're like, oh my gosh, I can't do that. I'm like, do this package, go to Amazon for this. I'm not like shouting it from the rooftops, we have these steps on Amazon.
Yeah.
But somebody's like, oh, I don't know about that. I'm telling them the modifier doesn't use the step and you can get it on Amazon for like $30. So just keep that in mind as well for you guys too. I wanted the Beachbody step because it had the Beachbody logo. It's a text right off. It's something cool that for my business I'm going to be able to use. But for my clients, absolutely. Like I had one that I had another coach that found one at Aldi's for $5. You go, girl. Like I'm a bargain shopper. I don't care. That's how that works. There's also a really cool journal. If you go and look through the videos in our Transform 20 group, he and that team call he did, there's a 6-week journal that basically you could use as your 2B mindset journal as well, or your 21-day fix and track all your food. And then he's also got other things in there too. He comes with a whiteboard calendar of like your schedule. So you can use a dry erase board marker and do that. And then there's some recipes, and then there's 6 weeks of 6 days a week. So there's 36 different workouts, and they will be releasing them 1 week at a time each week so that we're all doing them together, which is what's pretty cool.
So when I go on Beachbody Demand, or when I go on Beachbody, I'll be able to see that on there?
Once you purchase it. Yeah.
It do what?
The Transform 20, you won't be able to see it until January if you purchase it. But if you go to teambeachbody.com and then click Beachbody On Demand and log in, you'll see everything on Beachbody On Demand that you have access to.
Okay.
So yeah, just send me a message if you have any questions. Try to log in now after you get off this call and see if you can log in and see the Beachbody On Demand. My TV here does not work. I don't have the Beachbody On Demand app, but I can stream it from my computer or phone or something. I have if it's a Roku, like my TV in the garage has a Roku, I have the Beachbody On Demand app will find that. I think this maybe, what is this? It's a Sony, but I feel like it's like a Google platform or something that it doesn't connect with it. But basically you'll either be able to find it on your smart TV that way, or if you have a Roku or a Chromecast plug into your TV, you can cast it.
Mm-hmm.
I can actually get it on my phone, in my tablet, and my computer.
Oh, good. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, because you've done 21-day fix. I don't know why I thought you hadn't logged in.
I was just asking about the one that just came out. Like, how can you get it like free?
Oh, yeah, you have to purchase it, and you can actually just buy the digital access to it to add on to your Beachbody On Demand, because I was looking through today, and you can actually just buy that. But I'm a sucker for journals and things like that, so I wanted stuff too. So, okay, really, I'm going to go now. If you guys have any questions, send me a message. I am plugging out. I'm turning out for the night. Priscilla, I'm going to edit your post and send that to you. But other than that, I will be back on tomorrow morning. So have a great night, guys. And I will talk to you later. And I'm so excited that you're here and so excited that you hopped on tonight.
Bye.
Bye.